Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another video. Today we've got another level 10 links video for you, and we're taking a level 10 links year 3 anniversary LR Super Saiyan Goku and Super Saiyan Vegeta that fuses into Super Vegeta, of course, into the Goku event just because it's a bit longer than the Videl event, with level 10 links to see how they do. Funny enough, when we done the Easy A, Yamu and Swopovich video, it didn't even cross my mind that we were using them, and they've been level 10 links for a while now. So yeah, you've already kind of seen them in action, more so when they were fused into Super Vegeta, so which kind of covers all bases, kind of helps. While Goku does do quite a bit of damage, we might not actually be able to fuse, you know, because their transformation restrictions, they're a bit long, you know, below 50% HP and 6 turns deep. So you've at least seen him in action with level 10 links while fused. So I mean, at least there's that. You know, I'm not really too concerned if we actually don't get them to fuse, because as I said, you've already kind of seen them in action with level 10 links after they fused. But before we do get into the rest of today's video, if you could drop a like on the video, subscribe if you are new, that would be very much appreciated. But for the team, I mean, it's pretty basic. We've got a Majin Buu Saga / kind of Battle of Wits team. For the most part, it's just Majin Buu Saga. We've got this strength Gohan here just for some form of support, you know, Ki +2 I think, and attack and defense +30%. And we've got some Super Vegetos on there, just because I haven't used them in a while, especially the Easy A AGL one, and actually I haven't used the Fizz one in a while. He needs an Easy as well, like he's in really need of an Easy A. Yeah, so if we do get the fusion off, at least we have Vegetos on there to kind of run on rotation with him. And then I just brought the Goten with me, just because he changes Fizz Keys Fizz to Int Keys, not Int Keys Fizz, to Rainbow Keys Fizz, sorry. So I mean, at least if you know, to get the additional Ki +2 with Rainbow Keys Fizz, at least we can. I just brought him kind of for the sake of it. But yeah, let's get into it and see what they can do. Right, so they're on rotation, and this is actually quite nice for the most part, unless the transformation, we do get the transformation off. This is the rotation we're going to be running, of course, and then having that go on as a float, again, that bonus attack and defense +30%, just to give them a little bit extra. So in terms of links, they're probably going to have every link off, apart from Super Saiyan and Kamehameha until that Gohan or one of the Vegetos or Goten is on rotation, of course, to give that Super Saiyan link, and also the Kamehameha link. They will get the legendary power, of course, off on super attack, so immediately we're on a 241k attack stat and 156k defense with no support. And not only that, what I really like about their level 10 links, their links they have at level 10, the same lineage, yeah, on a unit that also gets, you know, or the whole kind of big part of their passive is getting those Rainbow Keys Fizz, so you get Ki +2 or 2 Keys Fizz, you know, worth of value rather than 1, so you can get their 18 key off. It kind of helps because you're getting Ki +2 from Saiyan lineage, you're also getting Ki +2 from Prepared for Battle, and a lot of the rest of the links are pretty much just attack links. They give bonus attack, which is obviously huge, probably the way attack stat is increased so much. But what's nice here is, because Goten was on rotation last time, we've got all of those Rainbow Keys Fizz, so we're getting a full 22 key. Was it? No, 24 key. We're being stupid. I'm being stupid. Pretty sure it's 24. I don't know why I went blank there in terms of how much key that gives us. But this legendary power link will come off now that they're going to super. And so we have every single link off apart from Super Saiyan and Kamehameha right now. So we're sitting in a good spot. But in terms of, you know, what they can do, the one thing I'm really looking forward to with this unit, which is obviously bound to happen, it's just a matter of when and what celebration, is when the two year 3 LRs eventually get their Easy A. Now I missed their attack stat because of course I'm looking at the Dokkan wiki, but I mean 2.5 million crit. I actually only have, I think I have a dupe or two in these. I would love to rainbow these units, especially before they eventually get an Easy A, because then they'll probably just end up being ridiculous. But yeah, that's one thing I'm looking forward to, because while they have aged, like they definitely have aged, obviously, they haven't nearly as aged as bad or as poorly as some of the units that have actually come out later, or a lot later than them. They haven't aged nearly as badly as them. You know, I'm not saying they're the most amazing unit and, you know, they're completely flawless, but, you know, when you think about the different in terms of where the game is at and also meta, compared to, you know, was it 3 years ago, so in 2019, when these came out for the 3rd year anniversary, compared to now, just after the 6th year anniversary, they're gonna, you know, they've gonna aged somewhat, but it was a different, you know, there's a huge difference in what types of units were being released between then and now, obviously. but they haven't aged to, like as I said, some units that have come out more recently than them in the last year, 2 years, where they've aged, but you don't use them anymore. And you're like, no, they're bad. If you use them in the current state of the game or the current meta, they're bad. You probably shouldn't use them. You know, they don't have that. That's one thing I've noticed. You know, they're not a unit where you go, where you sit there and go, they've aged so poorly, they've aged so badly. You know, you're like, they need an easy A. You know, you can't use them anymore. They're not usable. The two LRs, the two 3-year LRs, the Goku Vegetas, they have aged, and it is noticeable, but they haven't aged badly. It doesn't mean they're still as good as they used to be, but they haven't aged badly. As you'll see here, we're gonna have every single link off right now, apart from Kamehameha, until the Gohan comes around, which is still very good. As I said, in my opinion, I reckon these two have kind of aged like fine wine. Yes, you notice a bit of a difference, again, because the game was in a different state when these released were compared to now. That's only normal over the time, you know, when metas are going to change during a game cycle. But they have definitely aged well considering when they come out. You know, in terms of you know, super attack, you know, this is all pre-transformation, of course, because we haven't fused here, so there's no point really touching up on it yet. But I might do anyway, regardless. On super attack, they just cause colossal damage. Maybe, and I'm going to put in hypotheticals here if we talk about if they get an easy A, because it's definitely on the cards. And if they do get an easy, if not even if, when eventually they do get an easy A, they're probably going to be, both of the year 3 LRs, they're probably going to end up being two of the best units, I reckon, in the game. And not only that, I reckon there will probably be two of the best easy A's in the entirety of the game as well. I would probably go that far and say that's probably what's going to happen. So I'll say, even though they came out in 2018, 2019, they've aged considerably well considering how old they are. Like, definitely. So maybe if they got an easy A, maybe on super attack they raise attack just like they do on ultra super attack, which is an SA multiplied by 30% for one turn. Maybe they end up doing that on super attack as well, and then maybe on ultra super attack, rather than just raise attack for one turn, maybe they raise attack for 3 turns, maybe they raise attack for 6 turns, or maybe, you know, what's another thing we can kind of pull from as well is literally the Goku Vegeta we're using right now. You know, a trend with Dokkan is when they make newer versions of older units, whether that's, you know, an exact, you know, just essentially newer version, or like, you know, you have Goku and Vegeta units that fuse into Vegito rather than just Vegetos. They all kind of share similar passives, but they're slightly different and they evolve with the game's meta. So if we take a look at the strength Goku and Vegeta that we're currently using now, that of course came out for, was it last year's, I think, worldwide celebration? We can go and pull from there and touch on a few ideas. So right now we're getting attack and defense plus 30%, which we're on a 349k attack stat, which is pretty good, and 178k defense, where we have every single link active, which is huge. We're also going to get 23 key, which is still very good. So this is going to be a very good turn for us. So in terms of super attack, on ordinary super, the Goku and Vegeta, the strength Goku and Vegeta raise attack and defense by 30%. That's something you could easily see on a 12 key super from these two, is raise attack and defense when they eventually get an easy A. On ultra super attack, they also raise attack and defense by 30%. Whereas on ultra super attack, we didn't get up to them, did we? Yeah, I don't think we did. They only raise attack for one turn. Maybe they could increase the attack for one turn they raise, or again, just like the strength Goku and Vegeta, maybe they can raise attack and defense on ultra super. You know, or maybe you can kind of swap it. Maybe on super attack they just raise attack, and then on ultra super attack they raise attack and defense. I don't know, just maybe to have a little bit of variety in there. And then on passive, yeah, they actually both raise attack and defense by 120%, but of course the newer strength Goku and Vegeta from the worldwide celebration last year also reduce damage received, and also have a medium chance of launching a super attack. I don't know if they'll get the similar type of treatment to that, but maybe because it's an easy A, we could see that attack and defense go up to 150% from 120. You know, you can keep the key plus 2 in addition per rainbow keys for obtained. Maybe add something to that. Maybe per, you know, rainbow keys for obtained, not only do you get a bonus key plus 2, but maybe it increases your chance to get an additional, or increases your chance to launch a critical attack, just like I think is it the LR Android 17 and Universe 7 unit that has that? So maybe that's something they can kind of you know, incorporate into their passive. Just like the Strength Goku Vegeta have a medium chance of launching a super attack, and instead add it to the part of their passive. We've actually fused. Okay, cool. That's completely fine. We just need to rotate them two off now then, because we need the Super Vegetos to get more links off. But yeah, so maybe instead of just having it as Rainbow Key Spheres give you Key +2, maybe it would be that, and then it increases every per Rainbow Key Sphere retained. Maybe it increases your chance to launch a super attack or something. And then of course, when conditions are met, you fuse, which is 50% HP or below, starting from the 6th turn of battle, which, while we have got it off now, but I think that's because of the team I brought and me not really kind of paying attention because we have so much health, we've managed to fuse. In events like Legendary Goku event and ESBR, when you don't want to really be taking a lot of damage, you know, you want as much health as possible, conserve your items. Don't get me wrong, it is nice to have an insurance policy, as I like to call it, where you get to fuse, or when you transform, sorry, you get your HP back, or if not some of your HP back. It's a nice insurance policy to have. You know, Cell has it, these two have it, Strength Goku Vegeta has it, etc. It's nice to have. I think maybe, I don't know if they would do this, I don't think they would. If they were feeling generous, you know, they could definitely, you know, potentially, as I said, I don't see them doing it. I would love it if they altered their fusion conditions or their transformation conditions. Maybe they reduce the amount of turns, definitely reduces the amount of turns it takes for them to transform. Maybe reduce the amount of turns, keep it 50% HP, maybe bump it up a little bit to maybe like 60-70% HP, and reduce the amount of turns. But definitely the amount of turns it takes to get this off. So it starts from the 6th turn. So definitely if they could adjust that and bring that down, that would actually be great, but I don't know if they would do it. And in terms of when they fused, when they've transformed, I mean, the way that changes is, you know, super attack, they cause colossal damage to enemy. Again, maybe when they're fused, they could raise attack and defense on super, or maybe just attack, or maybe just defense, you know, just add something else in there. On ultra super attack, they cause mega colossal damage to enemy and raises allies attack by 30%. That's huge, that's nice. So maybe that's something that could be introduced, you know, or something else. Maybe they raise allies attack by 30% for 3 turns, or maybe just leave that as is and just add something to the super attack when they're Vegeto. And yeah, and then on passive, after you fuse, counter normal attacks, which all Vegetos have with tremendous power, which again they're going to keep. Attack defense goes up to 150%, so maybe you won't see a much change to their passive before they transformed, or maybe this could go up from 150 to maybe 200%, maybe that's a bit much, maybe 180 at the start of turn. Key +3 in addition per Rainbow Key Sphere obtained. Maybe you can keep that and then again introduce something, an attachment to the Rainbow Key Sphere part, which is Key +3 in addition per Rainbow Key Sphere obtained, and per Key Sphere obtained increases the chance of you to launch an additional, launch a crit. You know, maybe something like that would be kind of cool. But what I know is eventually when these two get an easy A, the Year 3 LRs, they're probably, as I said, going to be 2 of the best units in the game, and probably 2 of the best easy A's in the entire game as well, because even though they have aged, again, because of the different metas in Dokkan between now and when they were released, even given where the game is at now, they have still aged quite well to the point where you would still consider taking them on teams. Especially like Fusion Potara and, not Fusion and Potara, well, respectively to both of them. Fusion Potara, Final Trump Card, Marching Buu Saga, Battle of Whip potentially. They're still very good. They're still very, very good. They just need slight, you know, alterations to their kit. And it's just, you know, their transformation conditions are a bit lengthy and a bit steep. So while we, you know, we didn't get the perfect scenario off, which is get the golden rotation with the Super Vegeto, one of the Super Vegetos in the end, you still kind of saw pretty much what they could do, and you got a good go around and a good see what they could do when they fused in Super Vegeto, when we done the Easy A Yamu and Spopovich video versus the Legendary GT Goku event, just about the support. So I still think they're very, very good, and an Easy A is not even needed for them. An Easy A is wanted for these two. These two have aged like fine wine. Give me the Easy A, make them one of the best units in the game. I can't wait for it. Let me think about these down in the comments. Would you love to see them with an Easy A? What do you think of them with level 10 links? Have you used them with level 10 links? If so, do let me know down in the comments. And I'll see you in the next video, guys. And peace.